Hello, welcome back to the Sewing Circle. My name is Leslie, and look how beautiful and sunny it is today here in Northern California. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube with my friends after a wonderful December. So many blessings in our family. We have 2 new grandsons. I made a trip to Tennessee to see one of my daughters who just had a newborn. I made a trip to Reading to help one of my daughters move. And I've just been all over the place having a great time. We had a huge Christmas celebration here. But today I want to talk to you about all the things creative that I've been enjoying, starting 2026 with a bang. So first off, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to Grace at So Lovely with Grace. She has gifted me a pattern that just came in the mail last week. We have been waiting for this to arrive. Now, Grace has a channel on here. It's so full of fashion and sewing fashion. And if you have not gone to see So Lovely with Grace over her channel, you should definitely check her out. I aspire to be able to sew such fashionable clothing as Grace does. Now, she has giveaways on her channel, and she entered me into this giveaway for this pattern. And bless her heart, she sent it to me, and then it got somehow it got rerouted back to her. And now here it is again, and I wanted to open it on my channel. So let's see what pattern it is that I want, because I don't even know or remember. All right. Oh, wonderful. Oh, and she has a little note in here. How sweet of her. Now, I hope that the backlighting behind me isn't causing too much of a glare. I'll try to step forward, but there's a window really high in this room that lets in beautiful lighting. And this morning, it's so bright here. I got gifted Butterick 5861. It looks like a really full blouse. Isn't that gorgeous? Wouldn't it make a beautiful dress, lengthened out? Look at the pin tucking and look at the details on the back. Wow. Thank you, Grace. She has a little card in here with a little heart. And it says, Leslie, I was so excited when your name came up. Congratulations. This pattern is your style. I know you will do wonderful things with it. Enjoy. Love, Grace. And she has her little fashion stickers on here. Thank you so much, Grace. Please check out Grace at So Lovely with Grace. Now, if you're a subscriber around here, you recognize this wool houndstooth pink and red fabric that is now made into a bomber jacket. I've been working on this. I'm so excited. I was dying to get it made. I got it made, and I'm telling you, it's such a cozy, comfortable jacket. It'll just be one of my go-tos, I think. What I used was the Aveil Bomber from Mood Fabric. I don't have a picture of that, but I'll look it up and pop one up for you. This is a free pattern. If you go on Mood Fabric, you can get some free patterns from them just by sharing your email and subscribing. So I did that, and I was able to get this bomber jacket, and then I added a collar and I added pockets to the bomber. I'm so happy with this jacket. Let's get it off of Guinevere. I lined it in this beautiful pink satin lining. I used a red ribbing for the bottom. These are the pockets I added. They're nice deep pockets. We have a beautiful cuff and then this lovely collar. I really wanted to give it kind of a vintage vibe. So I'm going to try this on at the end of the video and model it for you. But I had fabric left over when I was done. And can you guess what I made to go with this? It's not quite finished, but I am so excited. I did want to show it today just so you get an idea of what I might have done with the leftover fabric from this beautiful wool jacket. I have this lovely pattern. It's geese and it's a round purse. It comes in several sizes and the bigger size is oval. This is a roundabout handbag. It's their 791 geese, and I believe that it's an old pattern. I picked this up thrifting, but I love the circle purse. I thought maybe it would be really wonderful to cut that circle and use my embroidery machine to do some embroidery on some vinyl. But then when I got done with my jacket and I had fabric left, I made the decision to make a round purse. Now I popped this handle on here because I have not obviously made the handle for the purse itself. I lined it, or I'm lining it in the pink satin, as you can see. I have a red zipper in there. I plan to make the handle out of this fabric. I also just went ahead and embellished it because the edge of the selvage of the fabric had this fringe, so I created this little line of fringe on the purse. I just think it's so adorable. I wish I could zip it, but I have it pinned because I'm hand stitching the lining to the inside of the zipper. Somehow the instructions for this were a little different than I'm used to. I should have gone with my own way, but by the time I got into the middle of it, I'm committed now to hand sewing the zipper lining to the zipper inside. So when I'm done with this video, I'll be modeling this with my jacket. I'm wondering how many of you make a toile when you're sewing. Please tell me in the comments. I must get better at this. I have friends who do that and I admire them for it, but I get too excited and I move forward with sewing. Now with this jacket, there's one thing that I just wish I had done differently, and it wouldn't be too late to change it. However, I don't think I want to bother because I really worked hard to get the lining in this jacket. But do you see how the collar comes around? You'll have to tell me what you think. What do you think of this? The collar doesn't quite come as close to the edge here as I would have liked it. It kind of comes out. Now, I did borrow this pattern from another bomber, and it did fit like that on the pattern, and I thought it was so cute. So maybe it's just me. I'll model it later. You'll see. You'll have to tell me what you think. But I'm just gonna wear it. I'm just gonna wear it and enjoy it and be proud of it. Another thing I've been working on this past few weeks is this pattern that I picked up when I was in Monterey. This is the hand stitch round bottom bag, and you use a lot of interesting stitches on it. I used some wonderful, I can't think of it. Sashuki, is that how you say it? Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I haven't been in front of the camera for a while, but it's Sashuki, I think. And followed the pattern. I bought this bag of scraps that I appliqued and embroidered on and stitched over and did fancy things to make this bag just extra special. The base is a linen base, and this is all fabrics that are Japanese fabrics, hand dyed. The loops are just some ribbon I had on hand, and I lined the inside with a piece of a blanket that is also hand stitched. I picked up that blanket thrifting, and then the bottom I just used a piece of denim because I wanted it to be really sturdy. I almost wish I'd put a little interfacing in there. If I had it to do again, I would, because I wanted it, I like it to be able to stand up. But it does stand up, but not as sturdy as maybe I would want. Anyway, isn't this cute? This is a great little bag to bring along handwork when you're on the go. And so that's what I'm going to be using this for, throwing some handwork in here to do in the car on trips. So this is an exciting pattern. It does have the two options. There's the shorter version and the taller version. And I did the shorter version. This is all done out of measurements. So you're going to measure most of it except for the circle. There's a pattern inside for the circle. Have any of you been to Hobby Lobby recently? Of course, every other week they have their 30% off, and they've had their 40% this week off of their Valentine's fabric. but they're also clearing out their McCall's patterns, and they're down to 50 cents here in California. So I wanted to show you my little McCall's haul. I got this McCall 7406, beautiful wrap style dress. These are the line drawings. It gives you the option of making it sleeveless, long sleeve, and then these fluttery sleeves, which I love the look of a flutter sleeve. And I do love a wrap dress just because I can get it to fit my bust correctly, my waist correctly. So this is a good buy, 50 cents. I also got McCall 7356. I do not even know how this would look on me, but I just thought it was such a majestic look on the model. It has several options, and I really do like, is that option A, the top option right here. The line drawings on the back. It has the ties in the back, and it's just really beautiful princess style seams in the bosom. I just think the bodice is beautiful. McCall's 8181, and this is a button up. Oh, I love this turquoise view A with the balloony sleeves. I may lengthen that view, and because I don't want it to be a belly shirt. So often these patterns are going with like a belly shirt style. Trying to hold too many things at once. Anyway, this is the line drawings. I do love that deep cuff as well. I also picked up McCall's 8389. This is a skirt, very flattering. Again, view A and view B are my favorite. Do you have a favorite? I'm a little wider at the hips. I don't think that I would wear view D, but if I was slender, I would love it. McCall's 7085. Just a classic fitted dress with pleats through the waist and bust. Here are the line drawings. And I don't think I showed you the line drawings for the skirt. Here they are. Anyway, this was $2.50 for all these patterns. Over Christmas, my husband bought me something really fun, and I can't wait to show you. He got me the Go Baby. Do you know what this is? This is a cutting machine for fabric. This is it. And I'm going to show you how it works. One of the things I really want to get back to in 2026 is more handwork, more slow stitching. I picked up these, I printed off these beautiful free cross stitch patterns. I really love that they have the flags, that they're patriotic. Okay, oh say can you see, and grand old flag. And these are two that I'm thinking about doing up this year for my wall. As you know, I have my grandfather's cross stitches from when he was cross stitching in his 80s before he passed away. He did a lot of the Victorian houses here in California. And I have several that I have saved and cleaned and reframed from the thrift shop. I don't have any of my own that I've done hanging in my house because I've always gifted them away. I've been doing a lot of crocheting, and I just finished one of my Afghans. Okay, I went and grabbed my Afghan. So this is the Afghan I've been working on forever. It is huge. I wanted a big Afghan for on our couch so that when my husband and I sit down together in the evening, we could be cozy and cuddly. I want to show you up front, up close, the little pattern that I have going. It's called the Alpine stitch, but I did a little twist on it and I didn't variegate or offset where the posts are. I just lined them up so that they're in a straight line. I really like that look. I did it in these beautiful chocolate and mocha stripes on a cream. And this is what she turned out looking like. I'm so proud of her and I love her. I also have been working on baby blankets with all of the grandchildren, and I'll try to post some pictures right here, but I do have one I'm working on right now. You know what this means. Shh, don't tell. Your guess is as good as mine, but there is another one. This is what I'm working on right now. Again, I'm using the Alpine stitch. I love that one. This one I changed up a little bit and added a single crochet between each Alpine stitch set just to offset it more and give it more of a stripy look. With this variegated yarn, I wanted it to be really unique and stand out. This is the yarn I'm using. It's from Walmart. It's Bloom Chunky Big Premier yarn, and it's an acrylic yarn. And I really like it. It's thicker and it does make my hands tired quicker because of the thickness of it, but it is turning out to be so cute. Anyway, that's what I have for today. This is the end of my Friday sews. I am so happy to be reconnected with you all. Please give me a comment. Let me know what you've been working on. What was your big gift for this Christmas if you got something special? Is there something you got that's handmade? Also, I just want to tune you in that in 2026, my hopes and desires are to move out of the sewing trailer and into the big outside room that I have. I have a separate dwelling place from our home on our property with a bathroom and countertop, and it's really large. It's usually used as a guest room, and one of our daughters has been living there while she gets ready to go to college. And so now I'm excited to be thinking about doing some remodeling. We'll also be doing some remodeling in our house. So I'll probably try to share some of that with you and get your input on colors and styles and just what you think. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for watching. I love you so much.